Hello, my friends. Brendan Walsh here with Hero Dose Wellness. Thank you for joining this quick, I don't even know, 10 to 15 minute yoga flow. We actually just got back from a hike, so this is perfect time to just stretch out and get some release in the muscles. We might have a guest star, my dog Swan, who knows if he'll wander up onto the deck or if he's just going to bask in the sunshine. Nonetheless, let's get after it. Quick little yoga flow to get this whole channel and this brand off the ground. Let's do it. So we are going to start off lying on our backs, hugging the knees into the chest, just doing some simple grounding, massaging your lower back into the mat. Some brief intention setting, just asking yourself, why are you taking the time and creating the space to be with yourself and to sink into your own yoga practice? We all have our own why. One more breath here. We are going to release the legs so they come out in front of us. You can reach your arms overhead. A nice good morning stretch, reaching your limbs in all directions. Just getting a good full body stretch here. Next, we're gonna hug the right knee into the chest. And we're gonna gently bring it across our bodies and drop it over that left leg. Just let gravity do the work. Let gravity pull the knee down to the ground, or the grass, or the deck, or whatever surface you might be doing this on. And you want to be gentle with yourself here, not overdoing it, not forcing any of these stretches. Just slowly breathing in, feeling a really nice release and your hips starting to open here. Extend this right arm out as well. Get a nice shoulder stretch. Open up your chest. One more breath here. Bring the leg back up and over. Extend that right leg back out in front of you. If you want, do that good morning stretch, all four limbs in all different directions. And then we're going to repeat that same sequence on the other side. Just pulling the left knee into the chest and gently dropping it across over your right leg. Again, gravity doing its work. George Clooney and Sandra Bullock just letting the leg come down. If you missed that one, that's a Gravity, the movie reference. Can't get enough movies in outer space. Just sit and breathe here. Find your breath. Breathe into those areas in your body that are just begging for that additional oxygen. And one more breath here. Slowly bring that left leg back up and over. Extend out. Do that good morning stretch. One more time, pulling your body in all different directions. Whether you're just getting ready to start your day, waking your body up, or if you are winding down and just want to make sure that your body is nice and stretched out, all the stress has been released, and you are going to take a nap or call it a night. Next, we're going to use our strong core and lift ourselves up. We're going to cross our legs, roll forward, palms on the mat, feet behind us. We can keep the hat on. We're going to come to a downward facing dog. So putting most of your weight, I should say, into your hands and rooting up through your shoulders, creating this V or this pyramid with your body, and ultimately having your heels off the ground, standing on the balls of your feet, and either trying to sink your heels to the ground or just gently pedaling your heels one at a time to get that deep calf stretch. From here, we're going to lift our right leg up in the air and swing it forward. Stack your right knee over your right ankle. Bring your left knee down to the mat. Flip your left foot so the top of the foot is on the mat. And then we are just going to stand up tall here. This is a low lunge. We're going to do some variations with the mudras. Bring your arms behind you. Interlace your fingers and start to pull down. Feel it in your shoulders and your upper back and lean forward. Start to feel that stretch outside of your right hip and the inside of your left hip. And just breathe. Next, we're going to take that mudra, keep your hands in that fist behind your back. Only if it's comfortable. Bring those fists to your right hip and continue to sink in to that lunge and shift your weight forward. Next, we're going to take this mudra, take this fist that we're making with our hands behind our back. We're going to now shift that to the left hip. Again, continuing to deepen into that lunge and shift your weight forward. And then rounding out this right side low lunge with the mudra, we are going to go back where we started. Mudra, arms, fists straight down behind our back. Getting one final deep stretch on this side before we engage with the left side. Release those arms, bring them up and overhead, back down to the mat. Flip that left foot up so it's now on the ball of the foot. Raise that left knee off the mat. Bring your right leg back and meet me back in downward facing dog. There are a couple of heel pedals here. Starting to open up a bit more now. Now take that left leg, shoot it up in the air. Left foot, front of the mat. Left knee stacked over the left ankle. Right knee comes down to the mat. Right foot flips up so the top of the foot is now on the mat. We're now in the low lunge on the left side. From here, arms out wide, bring them back behind us, interlace, and do that mudra straight down the back. Sink into the lunge and shift your weight forward. When you're ready, taking that mudra, taking those fists to your left hip, continuing to deepen into the lunge and sink forward. When you're ready, taking those fists, taking that mudra, and shifting it over now to your right hip. Sinking into the lunge, deepening that stretch, shifting your weight forward. And now to round out the left side, coming back to that straight arm mudra, coming right down the back, peeling your shoulders away from your ears, just sinking into that lunge for a few final breaths here. When you're ready, arms up overhead, bring them back down to the mat. Flip that right foot up on the balls of the right foot, bringing the right knee up. Shift that left foot back into downward facing dog. Pedal those heels. One more pose for both sides here. Gonna come down to our butts. I'm gonna switch my angle now so you can see me. We're going to do the fire log pose. Now, typically, ideally, you want to be able to take one of your feet, put it on top of the opposite knee, and then melt into that. If that's too much, sometimes there are different limitations within bodies because, again, at the end of the day, all of our bodies are unique. We don't have all the same abilities. So if that's too much, bring that foot on top of the opposite knee, or if you feel like you're forcing the stretch, simply come into a cross-legged position and just lean forward and just feel your torso melting down, your hips, your knees, all the connective tissue just starting to break apart and realign itself, and just sink into this stretch here. One more breath here. And then we're going to rise up. Worth mentioning that anytime we're doing any sort of a forward fold, you want to make sure that fold is coming from your hips and not your lower back. You want to protect your low back at all costs. Ensure these folds are coming from the hips. Next, we're just simply going to switch sides. So if you've got your foot on your knee, you just did the right side. Now take your left foot, put it on top of your right knee. Or if you're doing the seated cross-legged position, now have your left leg in front of the right. Find the comfortable seat, lean forward, and then just sink into the stretch. One more breath here. Slowly rising up. Dios mío, it is hot out. It's about 91 degrees here on June the 2nd. We are feeling it. We are dripping with sweat. So here, to round out this brief yoga flow, after doing any sort of a forward fold, you want to pair that with some sort of a twist, especially if it's a longer forward fold, because you want to give your low back, specifically the spinal region there, you want to give it the release that it needs if you've built up any unnecessary tension or pressure from that elongated forward fold. So just from this seated cross-legged position, we're just going to simply twist to the side, twist to the right, hold there for a second, twist to the left, hold there for a second, come back to center, switch the legs out again, bringing the right leg back in front of the left, twist to the right, hold for a second, twist to the left, hold for a second, coming back to center. To round things out, just doing some side sways, reaching your arms across and overhead, really opening up the shoulders, the back, the deltoids. Just getting one final stretch and putting a bow on this brief yoga flow. And that just about does it. I'm Brendan Walsh, Hero Dose Wellness here. Thank you for coming to the inaugural video of this channel. If you haven't already, check out the website, herodosewellness.com. Samurai Flow, I would recommend it. I don't want to push you on it. It's only $20. You can add it to your fitness regimen. It's about 75 minutes. Use it whenever, wherever you would like. In addition to that, if you do opt to purchase the Samurai Flow, please send me an email with your address and your shirt size, and I will send you some sort of Hero Dose Wellness shirt, whether it's blue, whether it's purple, whether it's short sleeve, whether it's long sleeve. Who knows? Depends what we have in stock, but I encourage it. As always, be kind to your body and mind. Healing is feeling. See you soon, my friends.